So the next guideline is talking about the consumption of red and processed meats. And we really need to limit the amount of red meat because it's related to the production of various cancers, including colorectal cancer. And processed meats contain a lot of ingredients that are also very unhealthy. They may be cured, salted, they may contain nitrites, they may be fermented or have preservatives that are also linked to cancer production. What is recommended is that if you are going to have meat or animal proteins is to limit the amount to 12 to 18 ounces per week. Well, most people don't know how much that looks like, so I'm going to show you. This is about a 3-ounce portion of meat or chicken or whatever, or you can even say it's like the size of a small palm. So that would be about 3 ounces, and most people consume between 3 to 5 ounces at a meal. Okay. But we still suggest that you try and replace most of the animal proteins that you eat with plant proteins. Tofu, beans, nuts, and try and cut down on the red meat and further substitute seafood and poultry as well. It's still considered animal, but it's probably a little safer to have those and include more of the non-animal proteins as well. The other aspect of healthy eating is also how you prepare it. And we do know that when you cook foods a certain way, it can be dangerous and be cancer-causing and produce what is called carcinogens, which are cancer-causing substances. And one of the ways of cooking that we use very often is barbecue and grilling. So when the meat hits the grill and the fat drips on the flame sparks up and it chars the meat. And yes, it does taste good, but unfortunately that charring is protein that is not healthy. So the best thing to do is to put the protein meat on aluminum foil or something that'll separate it from the flame, and not to cook it at as high a temperature as you might normally. You can also try marinating before. That helps to decrease the cooking time that you would use on the grill. So that's very important. We do a lot of grilling. Limit consumption of fast foods and other processed foods. That is the next guideline. Most of those foods are very high in salt, fat, and sugar. And these nutrients do not contribute anything other than calories. Fat and sugar basically are calories that are added to our diet. They do not have vitamins and minerals, and foods that contain a lot of them are not rich in vitamins and minerals and other substances that will be cancer preventive. So limiting them can actually help you lose weight. And an example, a perfect example of that is soda, beverages that are sugared. For example, a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola probably has about 8 or 9 teaspoons of sugar and is about 150 calories for that can. So if you drink a lot of soda, if you drink 4 or 5 cans of soda a day, you're getting 500-600 calories or maybe more that are extra that you can easily substitute with other beverages that are not caloric, that are refreshing, water, flavored waters, unsweetened beverages, unsweetened iced teas, even waters that are flavored with fruit. They have those pitchers that have plastic containers in the middle that you can fill with fruit. and it infuses that flavor into the water. And it's wonderful, it's tasty, and it's very healthy. And it will hydrate you a lot better than a lot of these added beverages that have added sugar. Most of our food supply contains processed food. Your bakery goods, your crackers, snacks, pretty much everything is processed. Things that are not processed are usually in whole form, come from the ground, and possess a lot of nutrients, fiber, and have a lot of benefit in terms of our health. So that's the way to go, is to eat more unprocessed foods, more healthy whole grain foods, and foods that are not processed as much as you can. As I was saying about hydration, it's also important for not only maintaining your body temperature, but it's also important for digestion, for your metabolism, and for your gastrointestinal system, that you need adequate fluids. Especially if you are going to increase your fiber in your diet to make it healthier, you need fluid to wash out that fiber, to keep that flow. Now, another beverage that we consume is not healthy at all, and it's alcohol. Now, some organizations like the American Institute for Cancer Research recommends no alcohol consumption to prevent cancer, but many other agencies recommend a certain amount daily. And for example, 1 glass of alcohol, 1 beverage per day for women, 2 beverages a day for men. So there are many cancers that are related to alcohol consumption. So if you can decrease your alcohol consumption by substituting non-alcoholic beverages in between drinks that you may be consuming, alcoholic drinks, drink club soda, non-alcoholic beer, even tonic water that do not contain the alcohol, that would be a good way to reduce your consumption of alcohol every day. And the last guideline is that you do not use supplements for cancer prevention. Supplements contain specific ingredients. They may contain the antioxidants that are in our fruits and vegetables that are cancer preventive, but they may not contain a lot of ingredients in food that we do not know about. So you are getting just a specific item in a pill or in a powder. And if there are other ingredients in the food that actually help that substance work better, then you will not be getting that benefit. So supplements should, not that they shouldn't be used, but they shouldn't replace a healthy diet. Talking about the healthy diet, it's not a difficult thing. It's not magic. It's just eating quality food, eating colorful foods. Make a salad with red and green and orange, yellow, all colors that are available, all the fruits and vegetables that you can put in a salad or on your plate. Make half your plate your fruits and vegetables, and colorful ones as well as whole grains for your side portions. And that's where you'll get the most benefit for your health, for your weight, and for your life. So these recommendations for cancer prevention are intended to act as a blueprint for anyone. And it really doesn't call for anything difficult. There's no magic. There's no special foods that you have to buy. There's no special treatments that you have to do. If you want to go further with the weight control aspect, you can consider buying a scale. Since most of our judgments are poor when it comes to portion control. even as a dietitian, you have to check your ability to measure and tell what is a portion, because over a period of time, your eyes become less trained and your portions get bigger and bigger. So it is a good idea to invest in a scale and keep track of your portions. And that would be the only tool I would recommend that you really need to buy. As far as the exercise, you don't need to buy anything special. Just go for walks. They work just as well. One of the things about this kind of I don't even like to call it a diet, this kind of way of eating, that it's something that you can incorporate into your way of life. And it's flexible enough that you can find foods that you like that will help you maintain your health, reduce your cancer risk, and fit into your personal life and meet your needs for a better living. So to help you get started with your efforts for healthy eating and weight control, let's review a typical nutrition facts label. The first thing to look at is the serving size, way on the top, and then underneath the calories. And notice that there may be more than one serving in the package. So you want to know what the serving size is and how many of those servings are you eating. That will determine how many calories you are getting from the product. If one serving is 230 calories for 2/3 of a cup and you eat double that, you're getting double the calories, or 460 calories. So be aware that each serving size is listed with the calories for that serving size. Now, if you go further down, you see fat and saturated fat and trans fat. Total fat for most foods should be under 5 grams per portion or per serving. Saturated fat as little as possible. Trans fat is very much like saturated fat. So you want to try and get foods that do not have those fats. Next is cholesterol, which you want to try again to get as little as possible. And sodium, what you're looking for is as little as possible as well. This says 160 milligrams. Most recommendations may say 300 milligrams per serving or less, or it may go by a percentage of the daily total, which would be under 20% for that product. This one says sodium, 160 milligrams, 7%. So it's not relatively high in sodium. Under that is carbohydrate, and carbohydrate includes fiber, sugar, and includes added sugars. The amount of sugar is listed in grams. Total sugar is 12 grams, and it says 20%, and that also should be less than 20%. So 12 grams is actually the same as about 3 teaspoons of sugar. A teaspoon is about 4 grams of sugar. So that's quite a bit of sugar in one food, one product, one serving. If you eat double the serving, you're getting double the sugar and double of everything else. So it's very important when you look at the label that you are aware of how much you're getting for that one serving, but you have to be aware of what that serving is. So I hope I've helped you to think about making better choices and start making healthier lifestyle changes that will help you to reduce your risk of getting cancer. If you have any additional questions or would like more information, You can go to a website for the American Institute of Cancer Research, and you can contact myself or any of the dietitians at Richmond University Medical Center in the dietary department, and we will be happy to answer any questions that you have or provide you with materials as well on any of the information that we discussed today.
My thanks to Jerry for providing her knowledge and expertise for all of you today. I hope you've been able to find some answers to your questions about nutrition in cancer care. For the latest information on our Center for Cancer Care, located at 1000 South Avenue on Staten Island, and to schedule an appointment, you can go to our website at www.rumcsi.org or call us at 718-818-3000. Thank you for watching. I just want to remind our viewers that we're not wearing masks because both Jerry and I are fully vaccinated.